How did you become like a full-time content creator? Is content creating lucrative? A lot of questions like that. So coming to YouTube, I already know that I'm going to be answering. Hi everyone, welcome to Finding Oiza. If you are new here, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you are returning, thank you for joining me. Welcome back. So on today's video, we're going to be discussing something that is like the most asked question on my page on Instagram and TikTok. People ask me a lot. Oh, Oiza, your growth is so fast. How did you start this whole content journey? I've come up with like a list of questions that will probably answer all the questions that you have for me. I think we should take it from where I stopped last. I don't want to do a part 2 for my get to know me. If you don't know me, my name is Idris Fatima. Oiza XX on TikTok and IG. I'm a full-time content creator. I graduated last year from the University of Ilorin, and now I'm a Lagos-based content creator. Anything about my lifestyle, I basically share it on social media, and then I've worked with reputable brands in Nigeria. Okay, so the first question says, when and how did I start content creating? I started when I was in school. That would be around 2023. And how did I start? Before 2023, I used to get people that would ask me to model for their brands. Yes, but like me, I didn't know anything about content creation. I was just doing it for the fun of it. As a fine girl, oh, come and model for my makeup, model for my abaya. I had friends, everybody that had business would want me to model for them. I wanted to do like go into modeling, but you know, as a hijabi now, modeling is like quite limited for us. So I quitted. Started like that as a model. I used to record myself. I like doing transitions like makeup videos, and I did it a lot. From modeling, I started doing videos. I like to go out a lot. I like to go to restaurants. So whenever I go to restaurants, I make videos. I put it together, you know, all these aesthetic videos, and I post it. Sometimes I tag the restaurant and all of that. Along the line, a brand reached out to me that they would like to send me a dress, and I like editing. Yes, you know, from the times of Low Motif and Thriller, I liked editing. I just used to like videos when my friends are having birthdays or any loved one around me. I like to put up like videos of us together. I just like doing it, and that's how I started. What was the first thing I ever filmed or posted? On TikTok, probably a lip sync, you know, maybe a sound. I just lip sync. And on IG, these pictures, because I remember then I was very active on Twitter, now X. I didn't like Twitter. They have dragged me on Twitter before. They have dragged me on Twitter before. So along the line, Twitter was banned, and then we had to use VPN, and I was not used to it. And then my friend was like, "Oh, since you like posting pictures, why not open Instagram?" She opened Instagram for me, and then that was how I posted my first ever picture on Instagram. Next question says, did I always know that I wanted to do this? As I said earlier, no. So what inspired me to be a content creator? People saw potentials in me. My friends were like, oh my god, take this thing serious. What kind of content did I start with, and has it changed over time? Yes, I started with restaurant. I also did scarf tutorials. Yes, class tutorials actually blew me up. I went from 3k to 10k like in weeks. I was making videos for TikTok, and then I decided on this day that okay, let me just post it, even if it's cringe. I'm just going to post it on Instagram, and it went viral on both platforms. And then you know what I did after? I created something like that again, because anything that goes viral, anything that does well, especially if it's like an original idea that you have, it's not like, oh, it's a trend. It's something that you just genuinely want to do. If you does well on your page, you can repeat it. It has high possibility of doing well again. So basically, I started with restaurant and scarf tutorials. I don't do scarf tutorials anymore. but I still do restaurants. I still like to go out, and I worked with number of restaurants. Yes. What apps or tools did I use when I was starting out? I was using Lomotive Trailer. In short, yes, was my guy. I don't even know how to use it again. I basically place my phone anywhere, on the table, on the chair, on the ceiling, anywhere I see things. I just place my phone anywhere and film. I do anything. And I got my first tripod. I didn't have lights. I didn't have like LED until like my birthday in 2023. My first light was LED 800, and now I have lights that I don't even use. I have Godox, I have 660, I have influencer lights, I have everything. How did I get my first collaboration? Yeah. So I'm going to say, there are two types of collaboration. There's gifted, there's paid. So my gifted collaboration was that first one I mentioned, that the person reached out to me to send me a dress. That dress, I did not wear it. After that day, I've not worn it today. I'm sure it's not even my size. I think I've given it out. I didn't wear it. It was in my wardrobe. That's why till today I don't really like gifted collaboration. If it is not benefiting me, it is not a gifted collaboration. A collaboration should be mutually beneficial. My first paid collaboration was a friend that recommended me. She was already into content creation. She was like, okay, can you make a video for blah blah blah, and then you're just going to impute their products. I think it was power bank, something. So I was like, I was reluctant. I was like, what kind of video is this? And then I saw one sound and I used it, and I was like, oh, she said I should do this. Let me think of a caption to put on the sound and then send it if they would like the video. And then I did that. I put the caption and I sent it, and they approved it. And voila, my first pay. What is my biggest content win so far? My biggest content win. Will I say in terms of pay? But for me, it will be something like, I love gadgets a lot. So it will be something that I got for myself, which would be DJ High Camera. This is my biggest win. Fun fact here, I got this camera for YouTube and I've not used it. If I'm uploading this video, that means I would have uploaded 2 videos without using this camera. This is the Dji Osmo Pocket 3 camera. You know why I love this camera? It is the fact that you can just do landscape and portraits. And that was my excuse for not starting YouTube. I was like, oh my god, I cannot be turning my phone like this and like this and like that. And then when I found out about this camera, I was like, perfect, I'm going to save. And God answered my prayer, and I got it as a gift instead. It cost 1.3 million, and maybe in dollars it's like $900. Even though I've not really used this camera, it still gave me the push that I needed to start YouTube. So this is to show you guys that regardless of like any tools, you don't need any tool to start. Let me show you guys everything that it contains. It has this holder, it has this tripod that I can attach, that I can just basically attach and then put it anywhere. This mini tripod, but you can just basically stand anywhere like this. It comes with this mic that I'm currently using and the magnet behind it. It also comes with a wide lens that I've not used before. It comes with this cord and it charges so fast. And it comes with this one that looks exactly like the holder, but it is the battery. I've been enjoying it so far. I've not tried to edit or export the videos yet, and one thing I don't like about it is the fact that I have to buy SD card for it to work. If you people are going to collect such amounts, why can't you just put the SD card with it? And is it really worth it? It is worth it for me, because at the end of the day, it's doing the job that I want it to do. Back to the questions. What's my biggest flop or failure, and what did I learn from it? Biggest flop or failure, I don't really have a major one, but like I have like a problem. One thing I have a problem with, like working with brands, would be following brand will I say rules, brand brief, brand contract strictly. Like, they send you a brief, this is what we want for our content, and then I have to follow what they say. No, I don't have to. I have to communicate with them because they want my audience to engage with whatever products that they have. So I have to let them know that this is what works for my audience, and I have to do it my own way. They don't know your audience as much as you do. So that would be something that I had to learn on the job. I've learned that I can just communicate with them before starting the whole thing instead of just blindly following the scripts. How do I stay consistent and inspired? Basically, I am a full-time content creator. I don't have any other job. I have to be consistent. I don't have any choice. I don't have any excuse. I don't have anything to say that, okay, this is why I'm not. No, I'm not doing that here. I have to. And even if you do, that's not enough excuse. When I was in school, I was creating content. Yes. I was reaching out to brands during exams. Yes. I had exams and I was like, oh, so I want to do 10 days. Get ready with me. So if you have a job and you still want to do content creation, you have to find a reason, find your why, and say, okay, this is why I have to do it. I need more money. I want to be out there. For me, that's what I do. You don't have any other thing you are doing, so you don't have any excuse. See, your mates are out there. And how do I stay inspired? That's the second question. I literally watch creators. I have creators that I love watching, like especially when I'm down. I have creators that motivate me, and I have a lot of people around that content creators. If I see anybody streaking, going out to go and shoot content, my head will spark, my brain will reset. Like, oh my god, see your mates. Your mates are creating content, you are sleeping on the bed. Your mates are making money, you are snoozing. So that's what's me. I tell myself that's how I get inspired. I watch other creators. I watch people. You watch because you want to learn. You watch and look at what motivates this person. This person has 9 to 5, has a business, and still creates on the same level that I am creating. Do they have 2 heads? No, they don't. So I don't have any excuse. I have to do it. I'm a lifestyle content creator, so I have to create content around my life. So you cannot run out of content. Something is always happening in your life that you can make content about. What is my current content need? I'm into modest fashion, lifestyle, tech. I work for gadget brands and all of that. Work with apps and gadgets, and I'm looking into food. Even though food content seems quite hard right now, but like I would love to go into it. Yes, I would. I'm trying my best. People that know me for TikTok and IG, you would have seen like a couple of cooking videos and all of that. And the food, I'm talking about cooking, but I still do food, like maybe basically going to restaurants, making food videos. I love doing that. What does a typical day in my content life looks like? I think I'm going to make a video on that. That would be our next video. So I'm going to be sharing with you what goes on in my life as a content creator, like a typical content day. I'm going to find a day that I have content and I'm going to share it with you guys. So it will be like a vlog, a day in my life kind of thing. What's one thing I wish I knew before I started creating content? One thing I wish I knew is that I can just start. I saw people that are my age mates that we were both in school together and they have like, plenty influence and they are big content creators. And I'm like, oh, I should have started. I'm sure they also did not know that they were going into content creation, but they were posting. You can just be dancing and making videos, and just because of that number of followers that you have accumulated, brands would want to work with you. But that does not mean that you should not be creating content that don't make sense. So now that you have the knowledge, you have to make valuable content. But I just wish I knew that you don't need anything. No matter how much you say, oh, I could have started earlier, even that earlier, you will still think, oh, I could have started earlier. If I know that content creation pays like this, I'd have started since I was a baby. How do I deal with imposter syndrome and comparison online? So basically, I think of why I started and not what people are doing. I don't really go into what people are doing. And another tips is that once you start scrolling too much, that's when you start having those rubbish feelings. When you are online too much, instead of creating content, you are consuming content. That's when those feelings start coming. So when you feel like that, you need to drop your phone and you to create content that people watch. Stop watching people too much. You watch content to get inspiration, but don't do it too much and start saying, oh my god, this person, well, we started at the same time, look at her now, oh my god, she's doing this, I have to do it. No, you have to know why you started. Everybody's journey is different. So the key is to create more than you consume. Just have a few people that you follow or you check their page for inspiration, and then get off the app, create your own videos, let people watch you. So what advice would I give to somebody that wants to start but feel stuck? I've been saying it since the beginning of this video. Just start. I'm not the first person to tell you that you should start. That creator has said it, the people around you have said it. Just start small. You don't need anything. You don't need to be perfect. Your first video, don't have you seen my first YouTube video? If you have not seen it, go back. You'll see that I just started middle of the night. That was when I recorded it. I just started. I had the camera, there was no SD card, but I already gave myself deadline that I'm going to start this May 15. Nothing is going to stop me. Just start. If you don't have storage, create content and delete content so that there will be space to create more content. You are not going to see your progress if you don't start. So it is when you start that you know that, okay, I need to improve on this, I need to improve on this, on my editing, on my audio, I need to get this, I need to get that. You're just wasting your time. This is my second video with my phone and I have a camera, and there's nothing wrong with the video. Yes, so just start. Nobody is looking at you, nobody cares about you, and if anybody says anything, that means the person has problem in their life. So don't care about what people say. What's my long-term vision as a content creator? As a content creator, I want my brand to be bigger so I can uplift people and impact people, share my knowledge, and also create opportunities for myself and you guys too. I want to get to the stage that I'll be collecting car as PR. I saw that video, one TikTok video recently. I aspire to get there where I'll collect car as PR. Inshallah. So the last question for today was something exciting that is coming up in my content journey. So basically, I'm stepping into a phase that I want to talk more, share my knowledge, and basically teach people what I know and go deeper into sharing like my lifestyle. Maybe I'm going to create like a content series. I'll create a content class to help you guys start your content journey with less stress than me, because it was stressful. With the fact that I'm saying, oh, it was easy, brand reached out to me, it was stressful. I had no information. I was doing everything all on my own. Even though I had friends, yes, that were also into content creation, but sometimes you just have to think some things out by yourself, because nobody is really willing to share information like that in this industry. So if you're interested, stay with me. And my last advice for people that are trying to start content creation would be that you should remember that all those creators that you look up to, they started somewhere, and you should also start somewhere, because it's going to be part of your story. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and like my video. I'll see you in the next one. Please make some noise.